Frankie Griffin, owner and instructor of Real Estate School for Success, broker in charge of the Palmetto Success Team, and author of Success in Real Estate. If you're interested in buying or selling a home, investing in real estate, or becoming a real estate agent, you'll enjoy the Success in Real Estate show on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. Now, here's Frankie Griffin.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and real estate educator right here in South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us today. On a beautiful day, it's going to be supposed to reach pretty close to 80 degrees, I understand, if the wind would just settle down. It's going to be awfully nice, and we're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of good information we want to put out today. I've got my buddy Bobby Baine with Baine Termite and Pest Control in studio. So if you're having any kind of pest issues, this is going to be the show for you. So certainly you want to go ahead and give us a call. The number here in studio is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. Love to hear from you. But as always, this show is brought to you by the Real Estate School for Success. And if you're certainly if you're thinking about getting into the real estate industry, we would love to help you with that, help you build a very successful, long-lasting career. We offer training and courses in, obviously, real estate, but we've also got property management, appraisal, home inspection, you name it. If it's got anything to do with real estate, we can help you out and build a very successful career, because this is a great time to be in real estate. Great time. Been very busy, and thank you, Jesus, for that. So we are very fortunate. I would like to mention a couple classes we've got coming up. For those of you that already have your provisional real estate license and you need to upgrade it to get your permanent license, we actually have a post-license course, or what we call the final sales, actually starting on Monday, this coming Monday, 8:30 to 5 for 4 days. Love to have you in that class if you need to get your license upgraded. Again, you've only got 1 year to do that, so don't let the time slip up on you. We want to get that knocked out of the way. We won't have any more problems or concerns. Get that behind you. But again, that's going to start on Monday. And then also, actually on Monday, March the 25th, we've got a property management class that's starting up. And that class is getting already pretty close to full. I tell you what, we have really had a lot of students so far this year, and we're very thankful for that. Love to have you, but we still have seats. But just go to our website if you're looking for any information about the classes at all, certainly the schedules and whatnot. Just go to our website, realestateschoolforsuccess.com. Again, www.realestateschoolforsuccess.com. And we can certainly help you out with that, and we look forward to it. And then for those of you that are already licensed and out there practicing, I would just want to make a reminder about the designation classes that we now have. We are the only school here in South Carolina, proprietary school, that can provide these. But these are designations and certification courses that are owned by the National Association of Realtors. These are awesome classes, and every one of them carries 6 hours of continuing education credit. So for those of you that still have to have your CE done, and in fact, if your last name, I think, ends with anywhere between A through K, I believe it is, you're going to have at least 4 hours prior to June 30th of this year. So we got to go ahead and start working on the continuing ed, but any one of these designation classes, that will give you your CE, plus you get the certification and designation. It's incredible marketing for number one, if that's what you're looking for. But it'll teach you so much about whatever subject matter we're dealing with. And we got a couple coming up here at the end of March. One is the ABR, or Accredited Buyer's Representative. It will teach you exactly what you need to know to be a buyer's expert, because representing buyers is much different than representing sellers. They have much different needs, especially when it comes to the financing. A lot of technology out there today that's incorporated into this class. It's an awesome course. Love to have you, but it's going to. This class is 2 days. It'll be on March the 25th and 26th. Going to be a great class. Love for you to certainly join us with that. Again, you can find it on the website. And then the other one we've got coming up is actually in the same week, but March the 28th, is the BPO certification, or Broker Price Opinion certification course. This will help you if for any of you that would like to do these BPOs, and if you're not sure what that is, I can just tell you real quick. When a bank has to foreclose on a house, then obviously they have to put it back on the market to sell it. Well, they have no idea what that value of the property may be. They have no idea. They've never been there. So they'll actually hire real estate agents to go out and do a market analysis, but the bank just calls it a broker price opinion, which sort of gives them an idea of what the property's worth in its current condition, so they know what they can sell it for. And then obviously for those of you that are doing the BPOs, that will also lead to REO or bank-owned or foreclosed listings. So if you're looking at picking up some extra listings that way, this is a great class. It's a one-day class. Again, the BPO certification, and it also comes with 6 hours of CE. So it's a great class. Great class. Love to have you. All right. Well, again, in studio, I've got my buddy Bobby Baine, owner of Baine Termite and Pest Control. And Bobby has been dealing with any kind of pest you can think of, I'm pretty sure, for many, many years. And how you doing today, Bobby?
Doing great, Frankie.
Let me try to get you on. All right, try it now.
I'm doing great, Frankie.
Oh, yes, we got you now. You're looking good today, Bobby.
Well, good.
You know, excuse me. You know, Bobby, I've certainly been knowing you for a long time, been working with you a long time. You come to my house and actually do service calls, and what is it, about once a quarter you come
Once a
over?
quarter. Every 3 months we come by.
And that is so nice to have, because we don't have to worry about the roaches and the issues that some people may have to be dealing with. And if you do have roaches or bugs and stuff in your house, I got to tell you, Bobby Baine, he's the one to call. I mean, you've dealt with anything from bugs to roaches to snakes to bats. Possums.
Whatever.
Real possums.
Real possums.
That was
37 years, so I've seen just about all.
37 years. I'm not even that old.
Well, I started when I was 2.
Good grief. Yep, that's a long time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
if you have any questions for Bobby, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. The number here in studio is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. And Bobby, let's start with because I think what most people think about when they hear about pest control is termites.
Right.
That seems to be the big one. But there's actually been, in fact, you were working with Andy on a little bit in a real estate agent seminar on the I guess there's a new letter now.
I knew CL 100, and the biggest change went from 45 days to back to 30 days, and the real estate people, that's where they getting, it's taking a lot longer to get the houses closed, so they have to watch that part of it.
Yeah,
that's been an issue.
Yeah, and do you know why they decided to do that?
For our point, on our side, there was no reason for them to do that. We, really have no problem with it. The liability, I think, for us to hold it for 45 days, but I really didn't have a problem with that.
Now, we call this a CL 100 letter.
Right.
Or a lot of people call it just a termite inspection.
Yeah.
But what does this consist of? I mean, what is this letter going to tell me?
Well, it's from the first main level down. Most of it is from for termites, water damage, or any kind of moisture problems under your home, any kind of water leaks, or any kind of rotten wood from water or from termites, or any kind of damage under the house. That's what we're looking for, trying to keep make sure the house is stable and solid.
Yeah, and when you hear people talking about having a termite inspection, really, or especially as a real estate agent, obviously if there's termites, that's a problem.
Right.
But the biggest concern I always have when you come out to do the inspection is not the termites, it's moisture.
And the water. Yeah, most of the old showers had pans in them, and they leak after 10 or 15 years. They'd leak, and most homeowners do not go under their house, so they have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not going under there, not if I can help it. But you get paid good to do that.
That's right.
So and you enjoy it.
I do.
Yeah.
Nobody talks back under there to you.
You won't worry about me bothering you under there. All right, but Bobby, we need to go ahead and take our first break of the day. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way right now. But we would love to hear from you if you have any questions about any pest control issues or real estate. Anything real estate, we'd love to help you. Give us a call. The number here in studio is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on broker in charge and real estate educator right here in South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Beautiful day. And I want to tell you about a seminar that is coming up with Andy On. In fact, if you've been listening to this show long at all, you know Andy On. He's an attorney here in Columbia, and in fact, got offices all around the state. But he does so much for real estate agents, and he holds these monthly seminars just to try to educate. We talk about some common issues that we are experiencing or running into when we're practicing real estate. And Andy does such a good job of keeping us informed, trying to help us manage the risk. And if you are a real estate agent, I would highly encourage you to go to just go to one of these seminars. And he's got one coming up right March the 28th. I'm trying to find the date. Got it. But on March the 28th, he does it from 5:30 to 7:30. But this particular seminar is going to be dealing with home inspections. In fact, he's got it called Inspecting the Home Inspector. But he's going to be talking about some of the statutory and regulatory obligations that the home inspector has, what kind of limitations are imposed, and how to manage our liabilities when agents recommend or refer home inspectors to clients. It's going to be an awesome seminar. He always has it catered, so there's always food, there's beverages. Love to have you. It's a great time to get together and talk and just try to work out and throw around some ideas to try to manage some of the risk that we have in the real estate industry. And I tell you, Andy does such a great job of helping us with that. He's awesome. But if you would like to go to this next, again, it's going to be on March 28th. It's going to actually be in Shandon this month. But he does ask that you RSVP. Not that it doesn't cost you a dime. That's just so he can make sure he has enough food and beverage and whatnot. But just talk to his assistant, Leanne Boyer, which is obviously will be in the office. And their number is 744-0824. Again, 744-0824. And that's Leanne Boyer. And if you couldn't write that information down, we will have that on our website, on our radio page. Just go to realestateschoolforsuccess.com. Click on radio, and by the end of the weekend, we will have all that information posted so you can attend the seminar. I plan to be there, as always, and it's always a really fun time, great time. Well, let's go to our phone lines where, let's see, on the phone, we've got Miss Erica West. How you doing, Erica?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Oh, it's such a beautiful day, Erica.
It is, and I can't thank you enough for the opportunity just to partner with the Real Estate School for Success and to have this opportunity every Saturday. I've gotten so many calls this past week, and I just am really grateful to be a partner.
Wow. That's all. I tell you, it's just so busy. Things are really active in real estate right now.
Yes, very, very active.
It is. And even, in fact, I've been waiting to talk to you because I saw an article, at least national-wise anyway, the mortgage rates are starting to creep up a little bit.
Just a teeny tiny bit. But, you know, I read an article this week. I think it's actually on my Facebook fan page, The Mortgage Go-To Gal. I put it on there that said that, you know, their goal is to keep them, you know, try to keep them as low as they can for 2 years. Mm-hmm. So we have, you know, hopefully, you know, that's no guarantee. But it was a good read. It was a good read to see that perhaps, you know, we'll be still in the threes and the low fours for, you know, a while.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. And I tell you, I'm just so excited about what the spring and the summer has to offer. Just seeing what how busy it's been through the winter. That's just been incredible to me.
It is. And it should give anybody who's looking to buy or to sell some encouragement.
Sure.
You know, to at least research it, to call some professionals, just to see what your options are to get on it, because it hasn't been like this in the winter for a couple years.
Well, and while I've got you on the phone, Erica, and again, this is Erica West with Movement Mortgage. She's my financing expert, to say the least. She probably gets tired of me calling so much.
No,
but,
never.
but she's my mortgage go-to gal, to say the least. But hey, let me ask you this. You know, I've got Bobby Baine with he's with Baine Termite and Pest Control, and we were talking about CL 100 letters. Mm-hmm. And a lot of underwriters do not require that letter.
We only require them up front on every VA loan, because that's a VA requirement. Mm-hmm. USDA loan, that's also a requirement for them. And state housing loans is a requirement. We do not require it on conventional or FHA loans unless the appraiser has noted that there is active or current damage from termites.
And you know, I don't really know that I understand that. I mean, first of all, whether the underwriter requires it or not, if you're buying a house, which is likely going to be the largest investment, at least most of us ever make,
you should get it. Absolutely. 110%. Everybody should be getting a termite inspection.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, Bobby, he can squeeze through the smallest crack. He can get it. Can't you, Bobby?
I don't know about all that.
No. I mean, he can get anywhere.
I can get a little crack. There got to be enough room there.
But
yes, I encourage every single one of my clients to come through to get a termite inspection, especially on a lot of refinances right now. I've been asking people, "Are you bonded?"
That's good.
And that's something that everybody needs to have. Just because we live in South Carolina, there is a high risk. And it needs to be something that they're bonded and they have someone come out and look at their house, you know, either quarterly or yearly or something to keep them protected. It's an investment that you need to put out, because your home is usually typically the most expensive and probably the most important investment that you'll make in your lifetime, mm-hmm. financially anyways. And so you need to do what's necessary to make sure that you're keeping the value in that property.
Well, last question for you, Erica, but if a buyer opts and if they're being diligent and smart about this purchase, they're going to have a CL 100 or a termite inspection done.
Yes.
Which at the conclusion, obviously, you get a CL 100 letter. But if that is done, but the underwriter doesn't require it, do you submit that to the underwriter anyway if we have it done? Or not?
It depends if the agent sends it to me or not. If they do, and honestly, if it shows up on the HUD, if the borrower is going to pay for that closing, yes, we want to see it.
Okay.
Typically, if agents send it to me, even if it's not required, I put it in the file.
So you're saying if it shows up on the HUD 1, they're going to want to see it?
Yes, sir.
Whether they require it or not?
Yes, sir.
Well.
And that's good information for everybody to know outside. You know, if it comes up. Okay, I had this happen last year, and I'll give this brief explanation of a scenario just for everybody that's listening. I had it was maybe a bank owned or a foreclosure or HUD, it was something, and the borrower received a termite letter, and it was clean, and it was not clean, and no one communicated to me, but they had it show up on a HUD. When it gets to our closer, we say we want to see it if it's being paid from the proceeds, if it's being on if it's showing up on the HUD, and it's going to be paid for at closing. We would like to see the inspection. We get the CL 100 and it's not clean, and of course then they require it to be clean.
Now, when you say clean,
clear,
that's a because it's so hard to get a clean letter. I mean, because we live in the South, and I know, and Bobby keeps tells me this. I mean, when you live down here, you're going to have termites.
Eventually, you will. It's just when
Yeah, and you better hope
there's no active termite.
Right, that's what you wanted to say. You wanted, if there's a problem, you wanted it to be taken care of. That's where it ended up. You want the letter to state that if there's a problem, then you needed something that it has been taken care of.
Yes,
that's all you need.
Yeah.
And I've seen CL 100s that have gone through that says that there was they could tell that there was previous termite action, but no current and no current damage.
That's right.
That's fine.
And that's what you wanted on there to say.
Yes, that's fine. And I see that on almost every letter.
And that gets you clear. That's that's what you would call a clear letter.
Uh-huh.
Outstanding. See, that's why Erica's the best.
Yeah.
And she is. Highly recommend it. If you have a Facebook page, check hers out. Mortgage Go-To Gal. A lot of good information there. If you're thinking about buying a house, by all means, at least talk to Erica. I'd be shocked if you didn't let her do the loan. But, Erica, you can have a clear to close once you get a contract in how much time?
About 7 days.
That's incredible today.
I turned in a 283K on Thursday with the contract, signed documents, everything from the borrower. It was approved yesterday. We have everything in. It's going to be clear to close pending appraisal and title on Monday.
That's
so
incredible.
Pretty much all we're waiting on is the appraisal and the title work, and that puts everybody on the transaction at ease.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. How can we get in touch with you, my dear?
You can reach me on my cell phone at area code 803-528-5019. You can email me, erica.west@movementmortgage.com. You can find me on Facebook, The Mortgage Go-To Gal, or you can go to the Real Estate School for Success and find all my information there.
Oh, yes. That was a good one there. Thank you so much, Erica.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful Saturday.
You do the same. All right, again, Erica West with Movement Mortgage, and I do go to her. I mean, she is my mortgage go-to gal. Check her out. You can find her on our website, realestateschoolforsuccess.com. Just click on the radio page, and there you'll see Erica, and you'll see Bobby Baine. All his information will be right there. Jerry Bilton, which is video in our show right now, does an awesome job of photography. Be talking about him some more in a little bit. But we've got such an incredible list of partners. It's I'm very proud of that. They're all the best at what they do. Certainly check them out. Love for you to give them a try, see how they work out for you, and let me know what you thought. You call Bobby Baine up. I promise you'll be very happy with what he does. But we need to go ahead and take our bottom of the hour break. But we're waiting on your phone calls. So go ahead and give us a call. The number in studio is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk, 100.1 WVOC. Good morning again. Welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and real estate educator here in South Carolina. Thank you again for joining us. Love to hear from you if you have any questions about real estate or pest control, termites, you name it. We've got the answers for you. If we can't, we'll find you the answer. But anyway, give us a call. The number in studio is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. And we were saying earlier how the real estate market has really picked up. There's a lot of great deals out there right now. In fact, I've actually got I believe a very sweet deal over in Lexington, but it's a townhouse, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, fully furnished, and the seller said they're willing to leave all their furniture, and this is not cheap furniture. This is very, very nice furniture for $79,000. The townhome is 8 years old, and the appliances are brand new. In fact, the whole townhome still looks brand new. She has taken incredible care of it. Love to help you find a place. Give me a call if there's something I can help you with, but certainly love to show you that townhome. But when you get ready to move, where I was leading with this is highly recommend you don't be loading all this heavy furniture and stuff up yourself. Bobby, you and I are too old to be doing that now. So I recommend you give Jack Jacobs a call with Nilsson Van and Storage. They can move you across town, across state, or anywhere worldwide for that matter. Give them a call. Again, Nilsson Van and Storage. They do an awesome job. You won't regret it. Their number is 786-1090, 786-1090. And just ask for Jack Jacobs. He's the man. He can certainly help you out with that. All right, well, we've got a couple callers on the line, and we've been actually holding here for a while. So let's go straight to our phone lines. And first, we're going to talk to Jason. How are you, Jason?
Frankie, Jason Mack. How you doing today, sir?
All right, buddy. How you doing?
Just enjoying this beautiful weather. That's about it.
Oh, it's a beautiful day, that's for sure.
It sure is. Well, hey, here's my question, Frankie. I just tuned in, so forgive me if this is something y'all may have discussed before I called. I'm not aware of that, but we're going to try anyway. Question for you and your buddy Bobby there with pest control in regards to that. I just purchased a home a few weeks back and just moved in. And, of course, we had our CL 100 done, and we're all clean and clear. But as a homeowner going forward, without having to, get a pest control expert in there, what do I need to be responsible of from my standpoint as a homeowner to keep the termites out going forward and for good?
What do you recommend? Probably a termite bond?
Yeah, is it a new home?
Yeah, well, it's a couple of years old, but I know about a bond, of course. But is there anything I could do as far as just what do I need to be looking for? What do I need to continually inspect myself or keep an eye on, that kind of thing?
Well, most of the time, you keep all the wood away from your house if you can. Any kind of excess wood that you have laying around. You don't want to do that. You want to attract the termites to your house if they're there. But most houses are built on 3 colonies of termites. It's very hard for you to try to keep them out. I mean, for you yourself, if you don't have any kind of a liquid chemical or baits around the house, it's going to be very hard for you, for a person like, to do it. I mean, it probably had a bond on the house. Maybe if you need to check on that and see if there was already one there when you bought it, and you can transfer it in your name. That'd be the best money, the cheapest insurance you ever paid. Just one time, if you get termites, it would pay for it big time.
Sure. Well, I appreciate that. And Frankie, one other question for you.
Yes, sir.
I want to be able to get that discount for final sales coming up this week for your class.
Yeah, one next week you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I tell you what, how about $50?
Hey, that sounds good. I could use all I can take.
I'll give you $50 off the final sales next week. Just because you called in and asked, I'll do that. And looking forward to seeing you in class then.
All right, appreciate it, Frankie.
All right, buddy. Have a great one. All right, let's go straight back to our phone lines, where now we've got Robert on the line. How you doing, Robert?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, such a fine day today.
Yeah, quick question.
Okay.
The appraised value or assessed value, I should say, as on the property records, as opposed to the actual appraisal value, how close are they in proximity to each other?
Well, now, there's a difference between appraised value and assessed value.
And I'm aware of that.
You're talking about what's the difference between what the...
Well, you don't have I was looking, the property has the assessed value. You go to property assessment office and get it, but it have appraised value on it. Is there generally a large difference between the two, or does it depend on what the property is known as, or what?
Well, there is a difference, a significant difference between appraised value and assessed value. So I want to make sure. First of all, appraised value is basically should represent what the market value, what you might expect it to be worth if you were trying to sell it. The assessed value is actually the market value times the assessment rate. So, and if it's a property you actually live in, then I would assume you have a 4% assessment rate. So if you had, say, a $100,000 home, you're at 4% assessment rate, then your assessed value would be $4,000. But what I think you're asking me is, what's the difference between the tax appraised value and maybe market value? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Well, it shouldn't be a whole lot of difference, really, especially because now we're dealing with what we call point of sale. Which, in fact, when did you purchase your home? Remember what year?
2001.
Okay. Well, then you're probably still under the old tax law. But nowadays, what happens is, say a buyer buys a house and they pay $150,000 for the house. Because of the point of sale law, the new tax appraised value is $150,000. It's whatever you paid for the property.
Okay.
Now, there's some more details that I won't get into exactly. I mean, we could be a while talking about that, but the point of sale should be very reflective of what the current market value actually is.
Oh, okay.
Does that help?
That helps. All right. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Have a great one. All right, well, let's go to our another phone caller where we've got Sandy on the line. How you doing, Sandy?
Hey, how's it going? I don't want to beat the termite letter to death, but I've got a very interesting question that most people are going to want to know, and I don't know, and I bought probably 50 houses in my lifetime. When you get a termite letter, do any of those people automatically agree for an additional price to turn that termite letter into a termite bond? Are you familiar with that, or do you have to pay someone else to come out and do another inspection in order to get a termite bond?
Well, you could do it off the letter. The letter, I mean, if I go there and find you have active termites in your house, I mean, that's just, it's an inspection. That's what a termite letter is. And I could tell you right then how much it would cost you.
Yeah, so it is fairly common for the person who gives you the termite letter, whether you pick him or the real estate company picks him, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can give you a quote. All I would do is give you a quote. I'm there to do the letter, but when I finish the letter, I would put on there it has active termites, and I would give you a different quote off the letter stating how much it would be to treat the house. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right, well, that makes perfect sense, and that's kind of what I thought, but I never had asked that question to someone who knew before.
Well, Bobby knows.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy. Have a great day, buddy.
You too. Bye.
All right, well, we got to get to our last break of the day, but if you have any questions for Bobby, he is the man, whether it be termites or any other kind of bugs or pests you have. Give us a call. The number here in studio is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. It's Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and real estate educator right here in South Carolina. Thank you so much again for joining us this morning. Got a great show with Bobby Baine. Baine Termite and Pest Control is in studio. And if you're thinking about possibly building a house, new construction, let me recommend to you Billy Aycock. He owns Aycock Construction. They do such an incredible job. They have architects that work there with them if you need help with building plans and stuff like that. Do a great job. Give him a call. Again, Billy Aycock with Aycock Construction. His number is 309-4574. Again, 309-4574. And right now we're going to go straight back to our phone lines, but if you have any questions, you sure better hurry up and get it in quick. The number to call is 798, let me take that back, 978-9862, 978-9862. And up first, we've got Bill on the line. How you doing, Bill?
Fine. Good afternoon, or good morning still. This is for Bobby. Wanted to find out, I had a home treated for termites 2 years ago, and it didn't do a contract. How long should that treatment be good for?
It depends on the chemical they use. Some of the chemical used only 5 years is gone, and so it lasts a long period of time. But it depends on the moisture under your home and what's going on under there too. But it goes back to the chemical they used. You know,
they said it should be good for 5-10 years.
Yeah, but most of that chemical that is probably 5 years life out of that one. The Termidor, what I use, it goes a lot longer than that. We got it at 9 to 10 years right now, and sometimes it's going longer. So we can go long periods of time with that chemical. But most times,
you're safe to possibly do a treatment, not do a contract.
No, I wouldn't recommend that, because even in a year's time, you could have a problem, because he could have missed a spot or whatever, and then you got termites and you got damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend you not to do, just that. I mean, it's just, to me, unless you just, don't want a contract, but it's just, once you treat it, the contract automatically comes with it. For then next year you renew it, I don't know. And some of them gives you 5-year contract and 10 years. Mine are lifetimes or year to year, and it goes on. If I ever have to come back and treat the house, after that, you pay the renewal fee. I treat it, and and any kind of damage is my responsibility.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a call off
I appreciate it. Give me a call.
Bobby, what's your phone number? How can he reach you?
You can call me at 550-1922. That's my office. And you can call my cell is 550-1921.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Well, you know, one of the things we were talking about during the break, Bobby, is the question is not are you going to have termites?
It's when.
It's only when.
Even the house that I have under contract, sometimes they still get termites. They'll get around what I do. They work in 24/7. They look in some way to get around what the liquid chemicals or we put in the baits. Either way, they'll find a way, and that's why you need that bond.
And Bobby, some of these termite bonds, honestly, they just don't do what some people are led to believe they're going to do.
Well, yeah, that's why you need to make sure who you're dealing with.
Now,
okay?
if I have my house bonded with you,
right,
and you've been treating it, and now all of a sudden I've got termites.
That's my responsibility to get rid of those termites, and what damage they did is my responsibility.
And I don't have to pay any more.
No, as long as you pay that renewal each year, there's a renewal fee for come up, and that as long as you do that you have no problem with me.
And see, and I've had so many people tell me that they had to bond, they keep renewing it, but then when they come out, they still had to pay a large portion of the fixing up.
Well, some companies gone down to deductibles, and because they have cheaper renewal fees on it each year, they go for the cheaper end of it, and then they have $1,000 deductible. I have none. Mine's straight across the board. If you have a problem, it's my problem.
Well, and I got to tell you, Bobby, I've been working with Bobby for a long time, and he's been doing it. How many years you say now?
37, I think.
37.
Going on 37
years. Yeah. And you don't hang around or last that long if you're not doing something right.
But you have to love your job.
And you do.
Oh, yes.
You absolutely do. The only thing about you is hard getting you to talk.
Oh, yeah. Very hard.
No, Bobby does an awesome job. So highly recommend you give him a call. If your house is not under termite bond, you need to get it there. I promise you're going to deeply regret it sooner or later. It's coming. The other thing I would suggest, I know we've got at our house where, Bobby, you come out every quarter.
Every quarter and do your pest control for you, and that keeps all your unwanted bugs out and all your crawly bugs and keeps you free. Now we do mosquitoes. It's time for mosquitoes started this month, and it is every month, and that will take care of your backyard. You get your backyards back.
Okay. All right. Well, that's about it for today. We're going to have to wrap it up. Unfortunately, time is about up. But, Bobby, how can we get in touch with you one more time?
550-1922.
550-1922. Thank you so much for listening to us on Success in Real Estate on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC.